Okay, so yesterday we were talking about this teaching in the Gemara that says, Rabbi Chelbo said in the name of Rav Huna, whoever enjoys a wedding feast and doesn't make gladden the groom transgresses the five voices, the five sounds.
Yeah, I was asking with the cat.
Whoever rejoices at a wedding and brings gladness to the groom, he merits to the Torah, which was given with the five voices. So we talked yesterday about the relationship between a wedding feast and the giving of the Torah, and how they represent, the wedding feast represents a party that is there for a purpose, that is there to celebrate a meaningful occasion that matters in the context of our communal and religious values. Because simply that two people like each other, that's not a wedding. The wedding is that we build an institution together. We build a home together in the context of our community. And this already is oriented towards our values and toward our sense of meaning and purpose. And the idea that we enjoy that and that we have, that we encourage that is connected with the idea of the Torah. So that's, the Torah is essentially the map of meaning that results in such a thing as a wedding feast. They are two sides of the same coin. Right, so that was part one. Today I want to discuss why specifically five kolos, five voices. Why is it? So we see the correlation between the two, the same five voices. But what is the specific meaning of the five voices? So for this we have to go a little bit more Kabbalistic. So first of all, what is a voice? A kol. A kol means a sound, right? But in Hebrew, the word kol means a sound, but it also means a voice. So when we refer to the voice, we're talking about that which allows me to share myself with another. So through my voice, I can express that which is in my mind or that which is in my heart. I share my secrets through my voice. Of course, not always am I sharing my secrets. Sometimes I'm repeating someone else's secrets. Sometimes I'm just saying something because I have nothing to say and silence is uncomfortable. Right? So this is why we have five different levels of voice. Now, the Maharsha brings down that there are five faculties of speech. We have five parts of the mouth that express different, right? The lips, the teeth, the tongue, the palate, and the throat. And we use all of those five to say the different letters of the Aleph Beis. On another level, the number five also represents the five levels of the neshama, five levels of the soul. So if we think about those two things together, the hey motzos hapeh, the five parts of our mouth that we use to speak, all express. So we start from the outside of the mouth, from the lips, and we go deeper and deeper until we come to the throat, to the breath itself, which is our essence of our life. And on a similar, right, so we have the, if somebody speaks min hasofa v'lachutz, he speaks using only his lips, we would say that a person is speaking only outside. He isn't sharing his secrets, he isn't sharing his breath, he's only making sounds with the outside of his mouth. But on a Kabbalistic level, we would also say that those same five dimensions apply to the neshama, to the soul. We have the nefesh, which is the physical action dimension of life, the ruach, which is the emotional aspect of life, the neshama, which is the intellectual level, and then chaya is the spiritual level. But beyond that, we have the highest, which is yechida, which signifies the oneness, the unity, the unifying force of life. We have also in the world we have the ancients referred to the world as being divided up into four elements: the domem, tzomea, chay, and medaber, the inanimate, plant, animal, and human. So dividing the world into those four categories. But don't forget that there is a fifth category, and that is the unifying energy of all things. The order of the entire universe together, which of course is Hashem. So, with that being said, we can understand that the Torah is given with 5 voices, and all of them are important. The most transcendent of all is the Yechidah of the Torah, in which we connect by receiving the Torah, by studying the Torah, and by becoming Torah-oriented people. We become united, Yechidah, with Hashem. And also by the action aspects of the Torah, we bring Hashem even into the most basic aspects of the world, even into the most primitive elements of the world. We fill them with the glory of God. And this is the mystery of the Torah that is given with 5 voices. And the same is true with bringing joy to the chassan, which is that the wedding, the bringing together of 2 people in a marital relationship, which again is not just about the romance of 2 people, but it's about a meaning institution in which these 2 people say that we are going to take our romantic relationship and bring that into the context of the Jewish people, such that we're going to bring Dor Yesharim Revorach. We're thinking, why do we marry? Why do we have a Jewish wedding? So, on the first voice level, a person has a Jewish wedding because they are superstitious. And they think that if they're going to be blessed by the rabbi, they're going to have less fights. Or they'll have more good luck, or whatever it is. But on the deepest level, or on a deeper level, when a person has a Jewish wedding, what they're saying is, I want this family that I'm building to be connected to history, which is, I want it to be part of eternity. By getting married in a Jewish wedding, I'm connecting myself to the eternity of Jewish history and bearing in mind that I am building something which is working towards the eternity of Jewish history. And so here we have the Yechidah, the eternity, the unifying energy of the whole universe, the 5th voice in this. And this is also connected to Simcha, because the Mesameh, to gladden the heart of the chassan, means that we reach outside of ourselves. And Simcha, joy, is the tool that allows us to break free of our small little world and allows us to feel one with. That's what joy is. Joy is forgetting yourself and feeling one with the universe. And so connecting on that level with the chassan and saying, you are part of my eternity, I'm part of your eternity, we're dancing together and celebrating that eternity. So that's the 5 voices, both in the Torah as well as in the chassan.